be sure to check out my show, The Joel Wynkoop Show, Sunday nights at 9 p.m. on Verizon Channel 30 and Bright House Channel 950. We'll see you there.
It's The Joel Wynkoop Show, starring Joel Wynkoop. Joel's guest tonight, actress Julianne, featuring Wynkoop's Rents. And now, here's Joel Wynkoop.
Hey, welcome to the Joel Wynkoop Show. We've had now, I think, 28 episodes. We are now in our third season, so I think that's kind of cool. Had some technical difficulty at the TV station, took a little bit away from the season, so we're doing the best we can. We got some great guests here. Today, we got some great guests coming up. We actually have some people in the audience, which is really cool. We have a live audience here for the Joel Wynkoop Show. And we're going to get with it. But one thing, I got a lot of emails on something's clinking. Is it on me? Am I clinking? It's my buttons. My buttons are clinking. Anyway, on my Facebook, I've got a lot of these and a lot of personal emails. People saying, you're too silly, you're too loud, you scream too much. I have the Wynkoop's rant I used to do, and I would yell a lot, and people are complaining, you know, it's kind of juvenile, the stuff you're doing, and you yell at your guests. And what we're going to try and do is just have a normal talk show. So there's going to be no more screaming from me. I'm not going to be doing any Wynkoop's rant or screaming at my guests or yelling at the cameraman or pitching cards at the camera like I used to do. What we want to do is just a very, very normal talk show. So there's no more Mr. Wild Wynkoop. It's just going to be very calm and peaceful. So everybody is going to conduct themselves very quietly, and I will lead us in this quiet experiment. Oh, that sucks. I don't want to do that. We're doing this show the old Joel Wynkoop way. That's right. We're coming at you now with the Joel Wynkoop Show. That's right. And what's going on in Egypt anyway? What is this stuff? At least they've got it all resolved. Oh my God, there was people packing up, Americans leaving Egypt to get back to our country because people were busting down their doors in their hotel rooms trying to get shootings and stabbings and killings. All this because a bunch of mummies are running around strangling people. You know, it's just Egypt. That's the old Egypt.
Joe,
they have mummies
there's
there.
no mummies.
And the mummies are killing people. What?
There's no mummies in Egypt.
Christian, I thought we agreed that you were not going to talk to me when I'm running my show.
But there's no mummies in Egypt.
There
That's
are
not what all the
mummies in
fighting's
Egypt.
about.
That's what the whole problem is. That's why there's unrest. It's the mummies are strangling people. They know Tutankhamun. Johnny Quest and all that. The Christian Tartu.
It's not about mummies.
That's what it is.
It's not about mummies. It's about the government. It's about the president. It's about the political problems they have in the country. What are you talking about?
Political problems?
Yeah.
No, the mummies is much cooler. I think we should just go that there's a bunch of unrest because all the mummies running around. I tell you what I am really irked at is the customer service in this country has gone to hell. What is the thing where you can go into a McDonald's? It used to be in the 70s. I would go into a McDonald's and go, hey, how's it going? And they're like, welcome to McDonald's. How can I help you today? Well, like a Big Mac, large Coke, large order of fries. There you go, sir. Thanks a lot. That'll be $7.99. Wow, that was a lot of money in the 70s for a Big Mac, a Coke, and a large fry, but you get my meaning. And you get your change back. Have a good day, sir. Now it's walking to McDonald's, and you're in a staring contest. And I'll do this on purpose, because I'm not giving them my order until they talk to me. I don't care if it sounds juvenile. I'm standing there, and I'm waiting. Finally, the girl goes, do you want anything? And I'm like, do I want anything? Is this how we talk to people now? What happened to welcome to McDonald's? I don't care if you're McDonald's, Burger King, Taco Bell's, all of them, fast food, even some of the regular restaurants. I went home, took out a drive-through type order. Get all the way home, you trust the person. I get there, the wife says, this is marinara sauce, this isn't the garlicky butter. Unbelievable! I already had to get dressed, put clothes on to go out and get this to bring back dinner. I'm already pissed. So I got to go back. I walk into the door and the guy goes, wait a minute. I'm coming in the door. Why are you telling me to wait? I know what to do. I know how to behave. I come in, sit down, and you're telling me right away, wait a minute. And then when I'm standing there, he goes, oh, do you want more sauce? I go, no, man, I just drove home with the sauce you gave me, and I got all the way home, and I found out it wasn't the sauce I wanted, so I came back, so I wanted to get the correct sauce. Oh, so you want to switch it? Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to switch it. So he gives it to me, and then I hesitate a moment because I think there might be a, sorry about that, dude. But is there no? Because there's no customer service anymore. But then I went to a McDonald's last night, and my friend Alex was there, and on the speaker it was, "Welcome to McDonald's, may I take your order?" We did the transaction. I told him what I wanted. I got what I wanted. I thanked him very much because he's not one of these young punks that are on drugs and with their pants down to here. Woo! We'll be right back in a minute with the Joel Wynkoop Show with my first guest, Miss Julie Ann. Stay where you're at, or I'll nuke ya!
I'm afraid you'll have to come with me, sir.
You remind me of someone from a long time ago.
All right, we're here at the Joel Wynkoop Show with the beautiful Julie Ann. Now, Julie Ann, I've known Julie Ann for quite a number of years. Julie Ann, you are super busy in the business. Tell us a little bit about Julie Ann and how you got started. First of all, how did you and I meet?
I don't remember.
Well, we're going to remember together. Because you know what? Every one of my guests I've had on the show, I've worked with them in some capacity. Either I know them or most of them I've worked with, and all the guests I've had. So I think...
we've done a couple things, so I'm not quite sure what was first.
When we were on Herschel's movie, show together.
That's right. That was when we had talked beforehand, but that was the first time we were actually on a set together. We didn't have any scenes to...
No.
Oh, no, we did have one scene together, the protester scene.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Waving dead, you know,
But
body
I knew
parts.
you before that. Did we just... We had been talking to each other? Or?
I believe we talked online.
Okay.
Because of Thumper, actually.
Oh, okay, yeah, because Frankie was in the band.
Yeah.
The Cowboy Mafia.
Yes.
My buddy Thumper on the drums. Bam.
So
Yeah.
That's how we met.
So is that, and then, because I remember you came to me on Herschel's set, and you saw me, and we talked there a lot. And then when Rich Anaski was doing Killing Spree, my buddy Rich Anaski was doing Killing Spree,
Yes.
he had all these people in it, except for Mr. Wynkoop, who done Killing Spree back in 1987! I'm sorry, 88. 91.
So you can't remember either.
I can't remember. Anyway, you were so sweet. You called me up and you said, "Joel, I've been offered this role in Killing Spree, but I know, you were in the original Killing Spree, and you haven't been asked, and I don't want to." Well, you tell it, because it was nice. It was sweet. I was like in tears.
Well, I thought it was a perfect opportunity for us to work together again and actually have more interaction on the set and, do something where it wasn't just, I'm part of the crowd and you're doing your thing or whatever. So basically it ended up where we did have time together and it was very violent and there were eyeballs and, yeah.
Yes, and
That's
we were speaking about the Snow White nursery rhyme. No, we're not. What are we talking about?
We are talking about Truth or
Dare,
Deadly
Part
Dares.
4, The Deadly Dares. Yes, Julianne was in Truth or Dare 4 with me, working with me.
I play a hitchhiker that you should just know better than to pick up. Like, if you see me walking down the street, it's probably a bad idea to pick me up. I'm going to be right in my mind.
It's neat, really, because, I'll say this, and then maybe I'll get a lot of boos, and, "Oh, shut up, you don't know what you're talking about, you wish." But it is kind of an iconic thing. Truth or Dare was one of the first, movies to go straight to the video stores. We did it back in 1985. And so you're actually playing, you're playing the hitchhiker that was played by Carrie Lee Walker back in Truth or Dare in '85. And a lot of people, there's a very big following for the Truth or Dare movie.
Well, there is for Tim in general. I mean,
yeah.
It's just, he has a good following and he is a great guy. And
yeah.
Even though he wasn't actually there, it was great to be a part of that project.
Tell us some more about Julianne, because you're so super busy. You worked with Joe Davis. Now, what have you done with Joe? As Night Falls, I think?
Yeah, we did As Night Falls, which we got to actually see. It wasn't completely finished at Screamfest, but we saw it, and I knew I was going to be blown away by it, just overall, but when I actually saw it, it's incredible. It's one of the best projects that I've been a part of, and there's Debbie Rochon's in it, Rain Brown, Diddy Melody. I mean, there's a lot of really cool people, too, and I have one of my favorite death scenes. I always die, but I mean, this was just really special because I get killed with a pitchfork and hay and horses.
Cool, kind of like I think Courtney LaCara from Killing Spree. She did a movie called Slaughterhouse, and I think she got it with a pitchfork.
That's a good way to go because you get to be in the air and vomit blood.
Oh yeah.
It's not just like bang, you're dead.
Yeah, yeah. So it's not I Love Lucy here, folks.
No, definitely not. I mean, there's red hair, but that's about as close as we get.
So what else now? Because You've done a lot of indie things, a lot of shorts.
Yep.
Just tell us some more about that. Whoa, Heather Henshaw did this for me. And someone in my audience was saying, take that stuff down. No! This is for Heather.
For
Heather Henshaw. For Heather. For Patton. For Heather. That's Spidey and one of my characters from the movie Rock. Tell us some more about what you've been doing, though. Tell us some of your work. What? She's done a lot. He's just laughing at me. My zipper's undone or something.
Okay.
Come on, keep up with Wynkoop. Let's go.
Okay, now I've got a couple products that I'm right now.
Just ignore them.
I just
Pretend they're naked. Oh! Go ahead.
Okay. I just finished my part for this movie House of Blood that's being shot in Sarasota, and I had a really great time dying there too, and hopefully that will be hitting the festivals. I think later this year.
Cool.
I just did a movie called What They Seen with Rich Keane was directing, and
Very
we'll be
cool.
talking with him too.
We're gonna have them in an upcoming show. Cool.
I die.
Died again?
I always do.
See, all my early movies I died, and then I just said, no more dying.
I like dying though.
Do you?
But I'm going to be working on a project that's local called The Looking this weekend.
Oh, that sounds cool.
I have a couple different things that are going to be going on in the coming months, but I don't really want to say specifically until it gets closer to shooting. There's a couple that are going to be on DVD soon. Zellwood, starring the beautiful Sarah Jean Underwood from Playboy.
Wow, cool.
Yeah, I actually don't die, but I have a really cool killing scene.
Oh, yeah?
So, and
you do the killing or they do the killing?
I do the killing. I
do
think
the
it's one of the only times that I actually kill somebody. So that's something, I'm looking for, more stuff where I kill people if anybody wants me to kill somebody. So I'm really looking for that.
Kill somebody.
Yeah.
You have to explain to you like that. Someone's on camera and they're like, hi, yeah, I'll be appearing at the nightclub on 5th and Main, and then I'll be flying over to Chicago to do a show there at the Grand Funk Hotel. Then I'll be winging on out to Los Angeles where I'll be doing 3 nights, and then I'll be coming to your house and I'll kill you if you'd like.
I want my itinerary
And I will bring the choice of your weapon. I have laser guns. I
see you have machine guns over there.
Yes,
yes,
my producer has he has a very nice knife in the office that he's using for an upcoming for a web series called
Hell's Bounty.
Hell's Bounty. I did not need your help. I would have got it for Hell's Bounty.
The way you got
I'm
it.
really good with hedge clippers.
Hedge clippers.
Yeah, like the new ones that go click click every time.
Oh yeah, they use that in Friday the 13th part. 5, I think they rammed it to the guy.
I do
had a
something
great
on the
lovemaking
opposite
thing.
end.
Ah.
So.
See, it's all this damn shock value. It's all this shock value. Sorry, Cindy.
That was pretty shocking there.
I know. I wanted to see if she's dozed. She's like, I'm really worried. But hey, we're gonna come right back. We're gonna take a break. We're gonna be right back with Julie Ann. So stay where you are. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Chaco Moreno down here at Eddie's Used Cars. Yes, indeed, folks, Eddie's Used Cars. Come on down, just turn your set off, get down in your little car. Come down here right now. Trade that piece of shut your pile.
So anyway, I can't believe you never heard Johnny Quest. What? Are we on? No,
Yeah.
for real. Oh, you really shot? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So we're back with Julie Ann here. And sorry about that, the old reminiscing of the Johnny Quest days. Now.
I like watching Boomerang lately.
Yeah. Well, I watched it when I was a kid.
The cartoons now suck. Like, I really don't like them.
I know.
Even 90s were better, like Ren and Stimpy and stuff like that.
I know. Ren, it's Stimpy. How about Beavis and Butthead?
Yeah, that's back. Well, it was supposed to be back.
Fire! Shut up, Beavis.
So you should have done voiceover for that. So.
I know. I've done some voiceover work. But tell us about Julie Ann.
The first thing that I wanted to do when I turned 18 was work with Trauma Studios.
Okay.
And so I became a Tromette for them. I started...
Now, see, I didn't know that. I didn't know you were Troma.
Yeah, when I was 18.
For Lloyd Kaufman. Very cool. I didn't know that.
And I would go and do all of the conventions that they had in Orlando. I started doing stage shows for the after parties, like bloodbaths and stuff like that. And I kept in touch with them, and I don't remember who specifically asked me, but they're like, why don't you try out for a film, just go in an audition. I went and I did a short right after that, and they weren't going to give me the role because I didn't have really any previous experience, but the director knew of Lloyd, and they talked, and Lloyd actually gave a recommendation that I should do it. And you can
very
actually
cool.
see that short on a compilation called Slices. You can get it on
Cool.
Amazon, and it's one of the things that I've done that, you know.
I remember that came out because it was on demand.
Yeah, it was actually. It's
Yeah.
not anymore, but it was on there for a while. So that I'm really proud
remember
because
that,
it's
yeah.
out there, you know, lurking about. But and ever since then, I just haven't stopped. I keep being persistent and going and trying to get involved in stuff, even if it's just holding a light, so I can just keep active and network, and it's what I love
It's
to
a
do
lot
anyway,
of
so.
being. You can be on the set and be holding a
Oh, I
light, and all
clean
of a
up
sudden someone
after
can say,
the
"Hey, can you step
set.
in
I
and do
just
this scene?"
hang out and
Yeah.
breathe their air, I guess. But it's a good time, and I just like the whole experience. And a lot of times when things don't even, you never see it again or whatnot, it's just the experience is what you have. And so if you go in there and that's what you're looking for is an experience and to have a good time, then you walk away and you're never disappointed. So.
Cool. What would you like some, not to be so cliche, but aspiring words for people that are out there that are going, hey, that's what I want to do. I want to get into movie making. Here's a nice lady up here talking about all the movies she did. How can I get into this?
Well, you have to go in without an attitude. You can't go in there thinking, I'm going to make a job of this and I'm going to, you know, make money off of this. Half the time, you know, you're contributing what you can do, even if it's financially to projects, even if it's just gas.
Yeah.
You've got to have the attitude that you're not better than anyone else there.
Mm-hmm.
You go in and you just have fun with it. And things change when you're on the set, so you have to be open to things changing, open to bringing your own ideas. And you just have to, the number one thing is you have to keep at it. And you have to be, you know, able to put yourself out there, talk to people, see what's going on, and even if it means driving across the state, if it's what you want to do, it's what you're going to do.
Absolutely, because it's sad, and Bruce, my good brother, I love you, but he used to always tell me, he goes, I don't understand if you're not making a career at this. What it is it's doing something you love. And of course we all want to make money at it. I mean, I worked for years not getting, except for Truth or Dare, they had $1 million budget, so I made some money on that. But a lot of the movies after that, Killing Spree, Wicked Games, really didn't make anything. It was until after Creep that I started getting a name for myself and I could do these other movies. But the one thing is, like you said, is don't go in there with some attitude and Terrence Andrewsy, if you see this, you want to come after me, go ahead, man, make my day! And that was on Truth or Dare, because after Truth or Dare was shot, we did Killing Spree, and then I did Lost Faith, and I wanted to have Terrence in that. And he came up for the audition, he read, you know, with everybody there, I had 60 people in the room, in a hotel, read the whole thing, went home, I said, you know, you didn't give me the agreement back. And he's over the phone, he goes, well, let me just tell you something, your agreement sucks, you're not giving me anything. I go, dude, you haven't done anything. I mean, there's a way to start your career, and that's one of the ways not to start it, by just, if Miss Julianne walks in and goes, you know, I want, on your first shoot out, and you're walking in and going, your contract sucks, you know, I want 800 a day, they're going to go, there's doors over there.
Well, at the end of
So
the
you gotta
day,
go work with them.
you have to realize that this is what you want to do because you love it. I'm a horror fan. It's all that I watch. It's all I've ever watched. I'm actually done with writing my own script, so it may never come to, you know, anything, but I have it and I can hold it and it's mine. And the same goes with, if I get a copy of the film, I'm more concerned with that than, you know, it playing in theaters nationwide or whatnot. I have a book that Cindy's also a part of it's called Hot and Horrifying. Cool. And it's just, there's amazing women that are involved in that, and to be in the pages with those women, to work with people like Debbie Rashawn, Linnea Quigley, I mean, Herschel Gordon Lewis, Lloyd Kaufman, I mean, all those
Tell us
people.
about some of those. Like, tell us about Debbie, because I worked with Debbie a couple times, and she's a doll, but let me hear your experience with Debbie. And Debbie Rashawn, the people that don't know, is like Scream Queen.
Yes,
she's like, I like to say queen of the
she is a
B-horror
queen.
movies and stuff. She's a doll.
She's amazing. I met her when I did that short that basically they were just going out on a limb and being like, okay, we'll give this girl a chance. She was there as a friend to coach us. She was in town for a Fangoria thing in Orlando.
Cool.
And I remember she came in there and I was kind of like, oh, I'm afraid of how she's going to be. She's so, like, I really, you know, idolized her growing up. I remember seeing her in Romeo and Juliet and just being like, from there, following all of her work. But she came in there and she was so helpful with all of us. When we needed to cry, she would say something like, you know, he's going to cut this scene if you can't cry, and it's 4 in the morning and you have to be in Clearwater, you know, in like 3 hours. So you better start crying. sure enough, I started crying, and
Yeah.
now I can cry because I just, you know,
Cool.
she taught us just little basic things that I've kept with me, and I worked with her on As Night Falls. I worked with her on a movie called Dead End, which hopefully
I was gonna bring up Dead End. I was
They showed a clip
and Jeffrey Breslau was in that too. As one of the zombies.
they showed a clip of it at the Real Terror Awards.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
They showed it later at the end of the night. Linnea Quigley was in that one.
Okay, yeah.
That one, I hope it comes out. I really do want to see it. It was a really fun time. But again, I walked away with, you know, memories and a good experience. So if it doesn't, then, you know, at least I have it here. So.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, and I'm hoping you'll agree, and there's a lot of filmmakers that agree. When you are doing something, you're shooting something, finish it! I don't know how many times I got to tell about finish your movie! Holy smokes! If you start the damn thing, finish it! Finish Body in a Dumpster! Finish For Christ's sakes! Get these things out!
For Christ's sakes! For Christ's sakes!
Get it out!
Sakes.
Holy moly! Billy Batson used to say that before he changed to Captain Marvel. Anyway, yes, get those projects out. Get them done and get them out. Julie, anything else you'd like to... What's for Julianne in the future? You said you wrote the script and just pursuing other things, I guess, and...
I'm just going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep, you know, in touch with all of the people that I've met along the way and see what I can do and leave my mark and hopefully contribute something that, you know, somebody will look at and be like, that chick's pretty awesome. She died and she was most likely naked or something.
Well, you've already, how are we doing on time? Okay. You've already done a lot of stuff, and a lot of people have seen your stuff. Sometimes I just think, you know, I look at myself as an actor and I've done a lot of stuff. Sometimes I just think the right people haven't seen it. I mean, there are some that can afford you and get you for the movie, but when I'm talking right, I mean the guys at the big...
I thought